go to mommy three after the three. Not mommy three. Mr. Lego after this. What she say? What she say? Why the nice guys finish last? Oh, for fuck's sake!
This is why nice guys finish last.
This is why nice guys finish last. And one thing I have to say about nice guys that finish last, in all of my experience of working with these guys, it's not that they're nice. I would replace that. It's not nice guys finish last. It's naive guys finish last. You can be incredibly nice, but if you're not naive, there'll be nothing to worry about. It's naive men that finish last. And here's, I think, the fundamental ingredient of naive men. They either grew up being hyper attached to their mother or having no father. And I think this is a really important trait that I find in naive men. What happened is that they either had no father, so they just didn't get his side of the story, or when they had a toxic father which made them over sympathetic to their mother. So then what happened is they just grew up thinking mom is right, dad is bad. They grew up with that dichotomy. And as a result, they somehow go into the real world thinking women are innocent and men are bad. So if she says to you, my ex was so toxic, he was a narcissist, she's like, oh my God, I totally believe you. Poor thing, let me help you. But whereas if you speak to a man who had an even skew growing up, he would know that mom can be a nightmare sometimes. Poor dad, look how she bullies him. And dad can be so annoying. Oh God, they're both a bit of a nightmare. When you grow up with that even playing field, when a woman says to you, oh, my ex was a narcissist, my ex was so abusive, this happened to me, woe is me. You're thinking, what did you do? Because you experienced that at home. Because I say this as somebody who's very attached to my mum and dad. But when my mum would say to me, oh, your dad did this today, I'd be like, yeah, but mum, what did you do? I know, come on, be honest, what did you do? Because they're both as bad as each other. But when somebody hyper attaches to one parent, they take that kind of blinkers into the real world. So I would say nice guys, what happened is either they just took the mum side too much, or they just didn't question reality. They have a really poor relationship with the truth. They don't look for truth. They just look for what they want to hear. So whatever's easier for them, they'll take that. They don't fact check anything. So I would say naive guys finish last. And if you want to be naive and you want to believe that this girl who, is, maybe a quarter of your age and genuinely loves you and is only talking to her ex because he's so toxic and she just needs closure, if you're that guy that believes it, just believe you're going to be upset coming forward.
All right. Why nice guys finish last? I'm going to go ahead and go to you first, mommy three.
Go to somebody else real quick. Go to somebody else right quick. I'm trying to process this.
I hate this woman.
Go ahead, Ruth.
I don't like when nice guys, or I call them fake nice guys, like they act like they're playing the part. They say the right thing, seem like they're doing the right thing, but everything they're doing, they do it for a reason. So it's a twist on the topic, but a lot of people do that, and I prefer good guys rather than a nice guy. Somebody that can put their foot down, somebody that knows what they want, and it's not going to be, like she said, naive. Somebody that's not going to just believe everything a woman says. Like if you just, for me, it was past. Everything a woman says is the truth, and you just believe automatically without getting the details. Because I know with masculine men, they're like, yeah, that you said that happened, but what did you do? When you're talking about your ex or whatever. So I can respect that, and I don't like men that let women walk all over them. And I don't penalize a man for, like if something bad happened. It's like, okay, so let's say a man was treated wrong by his ex, and you judge him and you say he's weak, but yet a lot of women let men do things to them all the time. Call that woman weak too. So for you to see that, okay, you know what, he like has a sensitive heart for the woman he cares about, and for you to walk all over that, I just think that's poor character. So you kind of have to check yourself when you're with a good guy, to police yourself and make sure that you're doing what you need to do. And sometimes if I find fault in something that I'm doing, I can apologize without you asking me to. But he wants to get over. So when you get over, you get those kind of prizes, and you end up with somebody you don't care about or alone.
All right. Like everybody, I seen Sweeney clapping in the chat saying that they Ruth spitting some gems, some facts. Okay. Let me go ahead and level set a little bit, man. Go ahead, Trev. Let's go ahead and try to warm the women up a little bit because they seem to be a little bit timid right now.
Yeah. So,
Dan Jasmine, okay.
I do agree that nice guys do finish last. The reason she explained that could be part of it when she was referring to how the parents are, but I've seen situations where they have parents who have a healthy relationship where they understand the power dynamics and there's nothing wrong, but the individual just might be underexposed, right? He may not really understand what the real world is like, right? So just because of what the parents are, that doesn't necessarily it's a contributing factor, right? But it's not necessarily the end all be all. There's some people who just don't explain things to their children, right? Or maybe they came from a different culture where people were really focused on marriage and family, and then they get here and they're like, "Oh shit, this is what it is." Because a lot of those guys who would, if a dude is a nice guy and he runs into a woman who knows how to receive that, then there wouldn't be a problem with that. The only problem with that is that most women don't behave like that, particularly in Western civilization, right? They don't behave like that. So you're going to see the weird tests and you see these things that they do say, oh, well, he's masculine or he's not. And as we have to work as hell to impress women, right? They expect us to be charming, expect us to be, they expect us to be witty, they expect us to be rich, they expect us to be tall, they expect us to have whatever inches. Like, there's so many things that we have to do. We have to be charismatic, right? We have to know how to move in crowds. We have to know how to be around their family. There's so many different things that we have to do and focus on. And a lot of that ability doesn't come to most of us natural, right? It's something that we have to get acclimated to. So that's just one more thing that we have to be concerned with. It's so easy. It's so easy. And how women do have to guard themselves, but they don't really have to perform like men do to be attractive, right? There's so many different things that we have to do just to be attractive. And there's so few men that actually fall into that category where they check enough boxes that the men who are there, they're going to get all the women and they're going to see it differently. Their reality is going to be different. So women will be more expendable. They won't care. And those are the characteristics that desirable men display and what women are attracted to. But a lot of times they don't realize that that's going to put you in the worst situations sometimes, right? And sometimes women should just think about it. What if you got with a guy that was just nice, but you didn't take advantage of it, but you just met him halfway? It's like, damn, he'd do everything for me. What if I would do everything for him too, right? And then you would have a healthy balance. But both men and women, we have this predatory attitude to where it's like, okay, we have to take advantage or we have to push boundaries. What if I understand what Sweetie was saying in a while ago, which everybody kind of blasted him on, is why do we have to set boundaries in the first damn place? I understand that's what it is, and I know to do this, I know better, but damn, why? Why can't we just approach a relationship in good faith? Why can't we just love each other wholeheartedly? Why can't I just feel comfortable and vulnerable enough to just pour everything into you without worrying about being taken advantage of because I'm doing everything that I think is right to you? And why can't you say, all right, well, maybe I don't like this so much. Why can't you teach me how to love you, how you like to be loved? Why is it that you have to take advantage of this nice guy because he doesn't know when he's coming with nothing but pure intentions? How do you think that makes a man feel when he's trying to do everything right by you and he's taken advantage of? To me, that's bizarre and just out of control. Why? That shouldn't be. Well, I understand that's what it is, and I ain't mad at it. I don't hate the player or the game. But I just want people to think for a second. Why the hell do we need to set boundaries in the first place? Because it's bogus. Why can't we go into a relationship with good faith and actually love a person for them because they are thinking of you and have your best interest in mind, right? I watch so many men get taken advantage of because they're trying to do the right thing, but they don't know how to navigate it. Like having a relationship is a skill, right? And you have to get good at it.
Speak King.